Thing.
Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Happy Monday. I appreciate y'all all tapping in. This is going to be a great week. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go daily aspiration, B. We're going to start daily aspiration. We want to start this off right. Yep. Daily aspiration. Daily aspiration. We're going to go daily aspiration. Straight in. Bass Moreno's in the building. Grand Rising. Happy Monday, my warriors of light. Welcome to the beginning of the best week of your life. Claim it and make it so. The best is yet to come. Today's daily aspiration is dedicated to accountability. Being accountable is simply the fact or condition of taking responsibility. Who are we fooling? You know what you want out of life. You know what it's going to take to get there. Now is the time to hold yourself accountable. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, in the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices we make are ultimately our responsibility. Effective immediately. We need to stop letting ourselves off the hook. We have dreams and aspirations that are longing for our arrival. The time has come to fit into our greatness and become what our higher power has reserved for us. You playing small does not benefit the world. You having an obligation to not only become your best self, but to leave the world better than how you found it. Take accountability and make your life great. I'll leave it a couple of quotes. First one is by Steve Maraboli, and it says, the right thing to do and the hard thing to do is usually the same. Let me start the beat real quick, because I need you. We're gonna stop there. Hey, yo, the hard thing to do and the right thing to do is usually the same. I need y'all to understand this. Full transparency. I'm gonna tell y'all full transparency. I've been, these last few weeks has been a roller coaster. I'm talking about nothing but blessings, but also trying to manage my emotions while you have these opportunities and when I tell you roller coaster, I'm talking about, man, and I don't want to talk too much about stuff, but it's like there's just a lot of stuff going. There's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of blessings going on, a lot of opportunity to help so many people, a lot of visibility things like there's a major news channel that got their eye on me, that's asking me to do some stuff that potentially could turn into something. I got another international opportunity that just sprung upon me this weekend. Business is going well. There's a lot going on, right? But then at the same time, there's this roller coaster ride of being tired, to be honest with you, right? Like needing rest, because been working nonstop. Worked yesterday, working today, and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about success, and I'm just being 100% transparent. I'm not even going nowhere with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going nowhere with this. I just gotta dump all this out for y'all, right? Being successful puts you visible, right? nobody cares about the unsuccessful people. And so being unsuccessful is not stressful. It's only stressful to you. You know what I'm saying? It's only stressful to you because being unsuccessful, you just gotta figure out how you're gonna eat. You just gonna have to deal with how I'm gonna make do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's being unsuccessful is not stressful. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, whatever. I love just sitting on my couch doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'll struggle here and there or whatever. But when you're successful, oh my God, the light gets shined on you. You can't really do nothing in the dark. You know what I'm saying? The light is always on you. And so people make assumptions. You know what I'm saying? People make assumptions. And these assumptions are not even based on truth now. Like, and I'm just giving it to you 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna deal with people counting your money. You're gonna deal with people counting your success. You're gonna deal with people that you thought was friends who are take like when I wasn't busy, I wasn't calling you before. like anybody know, I never picked up the phone, right? I'm not a phone guy. I don't like talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I give so much energy, I don't like talking on the phone. I'm a text guy. Let me text me. Like, don't call me. But this was like for the last 10 years. But then you get a little bit of shine, right? You get a little bit of shine, and then people are like, oh, he think he all that. He don't never call my phone. What are you talking about? I never called you. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with it. Then you got the balance side where you're trying to balance life and live, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoy your family, enjoy, you know what I mean? Enjoy, what's going on this side. And then that comes with stuff. You know what I mean? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are dying. You know what I'm saying? Like people are dying. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't, it's just, you know what I mean? If you look at it, like people are dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like people are dying left and right. And so it's been this like the grind, right? The grind. There's this emotional roller coaster that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Love, love and blessings to my sister, Tiffany the Budgetnista. She just posted about her husband, who passed away a couple of weeks ago. If y'all watched the show, I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago how a friend of mine had lost her husband suddenly. I was talking about Tiffany. I, respecting her privacy. I wasn't gonna say anything until she said something. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't say nothing. But man, like I cried a few I was crying. Yo, I cried a few times, and I'm actually getting emotional. Like as I, because I don't I've known Tiff over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like we literally started our journey as financial educators around the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I know her family, she know my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I first heard it, it was shocking. It was so shocking because I was just like, we check on each other. Like, I swear, you're so crazy. Like we just be like randomly, just she'll call me like, yo, Ash, what's going on? What's good? What's happening? I do the same. And I just randomly checked on her. Like, I didn't even know why. I just checked on her. And she was just like, yo, she was like, yo, pray for my husband. You know what I'm saying? He's in the hospital, whatever. Had an aneurysm. The next 72 hours are crucial, And when I got the text, I was just like, oh, all right, he good. Like, I didn't even think death, to be 100% honest. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, cool. Everything is cool. Like, everything's all right. He gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? And so I prayed, you know what I'm saying? I prayed, and then I just checked. I was like, yo, let me check on her. Like, and then when she texted me and was like, yo, he passed away, I was like, y'all didn't even know what to do. It's to the point where there was a day I was thinking about her, and I was just looking. I have a album. I have an album in my phone that's just me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? So like I have an album that's like all of, like all pictures, like just like young pictures, all that. We have like, when I was like skinny. I got pictures of me and my wife when I was skinny. I was skinny. I'm gonna show y'all pictures one day. Throwback Thursday. I might throw it on there. But I literally was looking at the pictures. And I just started crying, like looking at the pictures of my wife, thinking about Tiffany and her husband. And so it's been a lot. Let me just say that. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot to juggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh. And so I say, so I don't even, what's my message? I don't even know what my message is. My message is that in the words of Sean Carter, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. As long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Please stay balanced. That's my message. My message is please stay balanced. Don't get so high, right? Don't get so high that the fall will kill you, and don't get so low that the lack of air will suffocate you. Oh, that's a bar, right? Don't get so high that the fall will kill you, but don't get so low that the lack of air will suffocate you. Stay balanced, right? Sometimes you up, sometimes you down. As long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Because firsthand, I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, there are, so much. This success is gonna come to you, right? If you're intentional, if you are valuable and you're putting yourself out there, like success is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Success is gonna come to you, and while success is gonna come, you're also gonna have things that come into your life that you may not desire. But I believe that all things work for our greater good, regardless of what it is, regardless of how we see it, regardless of whether we know it or not. Everything, works for our greater good, and so that's why balance is necessary, because that high that you're feeling might be a high for the moment, right? That low that you're feeling is just a low for the moment. The best lived life is a balanced life. It's a balanced life where I have this saying. I mean, I didn't make the saying up, but I always say in my head, Allah knows best, God knows best, right? Like I'm always like, yo, God knows best. But that's for everything though, and that keeps me balanced, right? That keeps me balanced. Every single time I think of something good happening, I'm like, yo, and again, let me take that back, because I'm not the good and bad guy. I'm not that guy. I actually don't really think about good or bad. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, And so anytime when I think of something that happens that seems desirable, I say, yo, God knows best. You know what I'm saying? This is happening because God knows best. God knows that this is gonna help with whatever the vision is, whatever the mission is. If something undesirable happens, I say, yo, God knows best. Because God knows that whatever's happening is necessary, right? Whatever's happening is necessary to help get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I stress to y'all, do not look at negative or positive or good or bad. Just know that everything is working for your greater good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like everything is working for your greater good. The good, the bad, the ugly, the undesirable, every single thing is working for your greater good. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is happens the way it's supposed to happen. And I can't say it no other way. I can't say it no other way. A lot of times, when we look at things that are undesirable, they help us get to that next level that we probably didn't even, we probably wouldn't even fathom. You know what I'm saying? And so really as we go into the last 19 days of 2021, I want us to really focus on just being the best you that you could possibly be. Leave it all on the table. You know what I'm saying? Leave it all on the table. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know when God's gonna call you back. You know what I'm saying? You never know when God's gonna call you back. And so I mean, that's how I look at it, right? You look at like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do this next year. You don't know if you got next year. You don't know if you got next year. You don't know if you got tomorrow. You don't know if you got next week. You know what I'm saying? And so, I want you to leave it all on the table. You know what I'm saying? I need you to leave it all on the table. And I also need you to take full responsibility for your life. You know what I'm saying? I need you to take full responsibility for your life. Take full responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just blame anybody. Don't take full responsibility for your life, because doing nothing is hard. You know what I'm saying? Doing nothing is hard. Being successful is hard. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now. After I get off this live, after I get off this live, right? After I get off this live, I literally have I'm gonna have to cancel something. That's how much is going on this Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's so much going on this Monday that I have to cancel some things. You know what I'm saying? And so doing nothing is hard, right? Doing nothing is hard, because doing nothing means you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be nothing, right? You are what you be, right? And so if you be nothing, you know what I'm saying? You do nothing, you are nothing, right? And so that's hard. That's hard to know that you can live your best life and not live your best life because you're doing nothing. Success is hard too, right? Success is hard too. Success gonna come with some sacrifices, right? Success is gonna come with, you know what I'm saying, wishing that you had more time, and you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you got to take full responsibility for your life, right? You got to take full responsibility for your life, and you just got to go out and do what you need to do.
Take full responsibility for what happens to you.
Take full responsibility.
It's one of the highest forms of human maturity, accepting full responsibility. It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood, the day you accept full responsibility. And another note, learn to reap in the fall without apology. Without apology if you do well, and without complaint if you don't. That's maturity. I used to have that long list of reasons why I wasn't doing well. To explain. You got to explain, right? Otherwise you're going to look bad. I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking Good. I used to blame the government. I mean, you can believe that or not. It was at the top of my list. I had a lecture second to none. The government. That was on my list. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. And they expect you to do well. That was on my list. Prices, that one's easy, right? You walk into the supermarket with $20, come out with a little half bag. So I had that on the list. I used to blame the weather. I blamed the traffic. I used to blame my car. I blamed the manufacturers. I used to blame the company. I blamed company policy. I used to blame the training program. I blame my negative relatives. They were always putting me down. I blame my cynical neighbors. They're just selfish, looking out for themselves. Won't loan you money? They were on my list. I used to blame the economy. I blame the community. That's a pretty good list for not doing well, isn't it? I thought it was good. I'll never forget one day. Mr. Schultz was very kind, but he was also very blunt. And this was no exception. And I'm glad he was blunt. There's a lot of things I'd have missed if he hadn't been blunt. One day, with sort of a curious look on his face, he said, Jim, just out of curiosity, tell me, how come you haven't done well up until now? Excellent question. I thought, well, so I won't look too bad, I'll go through my list. And this list I just gave you, I put that on him. And he was very patient. He let me go through the whole thing, the government, the weather. I went through this whole thing. When I finished, he looked my list over very carefully. He said, Mr. Rohn, big problem with your list. You ain't on it.
You ain't on it.
How brilliant. When I went to work for him a few months later, I learned very quickly to tear up my list, reasons for not doing well, and I threw it away. And I got me a fresh piece of paper. And I put one word on it. Me. There's a black heritage spiritual that says it's not my mother nor my father, nor my brother nor my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. See, I used to blame everything outside. And then let me give you a little philosophy that helped turn my life around. For your notes, here it is. It's not what happens that determines the quality or the quantity of your life. It's not what happens. And the reason is because what happens to about everybody. No different. The sun went down on all of us last night. A common event, a happening. And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather it's what you do that changes everything. So that's a key phrase. It's not what happens, it's what you do. What happens is about the same. You might put that in parentheses here. Same. What people do, that's what's different. Anything can happen, right? Everything can happen. I've heard all the stories. I've been one of the stories. Hey, we could all tell stories all night long, right? Happenings. Anything can happen. Have you heard of Murphy's Laws? Anybody here heard of Murphy's Laws? Okay, most of you have. Murph had these laws. One of them was, if anything can go wrong, it will. That's one of Murphy's Laws. He was not one of the great positive speakers of the day. But anyway, it's still true though, right? Anything can go wrong, everything can go wrong. For sure. I've fallen out of the sky so many times. Once to the tune of a couple of million. Devastating. Took me a while to survive that one. Now, it wasn't all that much, but it was all I had. I mean, that's when it's much, right? When it's all you got. If you got 3, 2 go, you got 1 left, you ain't looking that bad. But when it all goes, has anybody been there when it all went? Anybody? Come on, rest you liars. Hey, we've all been there, right? When it all went. Of course, it used to be a long time ago, right? When you ran out of money, got to 0, you were all through. Heck, now you can whistle right on by 0, right? I mean, they will bury you. That's what they will do. But see, those are the happenings, right? Everything can happen. Anything can happen. But it's not the happenings. It's what you do about it. Somebody says, yeah, but you don't understand the disappointments I've had. Come on. Everybody's had their share. Disappointments are not special gifts reserved for the poor.
Yep.
Everybody has them. The difference is what you do about it. It's not the weather. I used to blame the weather, and I discovered it rains on the rich.
Rains on the rich.
So see, that won't help. 2 men wake up one morning, there's a rainstorm on. One of them looks out his window, sees the rainstorm, and he says, wow, what a storm. With weather like this, they can't expect you to go out and make sales. He stays home. Same morning, the other guy looks out his window, sees the same storm, says, wow, what a storm. But he says, you know what, with weather like this, what a great day to go out and make sales. Most everybody will probably be home, especially the sales. See, that's the difference in how your life works out. It's not what happens, it's what you do. So here's one of the key questions of the evening. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now, see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's going to be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are going to be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are going to be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life. What can you do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Good question. What can you do with economic chaos, massive disappointment? What can you do with a broken heart? What can you do when it won't work? Good question. So if I had a word with you tonight, one-on-one, just you and me, I think my personal advice to you would be, this year, 1981, reach down inside of you and come up with some more of those remarkable human gifts. They're there, waiting to be utilized. And then change anything for you want to change. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. If you don't like how it is for you, change it. If it doesn't suit you, change it. If it doesn't please you, change it. If it isn't enough, change it. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. See, you don't ever have to be the same again after tonight, only by choice. Take full responsibility for what happens to you. It's one of the highest forms of human maturity. Accepting full responsibility.
Accept full responsibility.
It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood. The day you accept responsibility. And another note. Learn to reap in the fall without apology. Without apology. If you do well. And without complaint if you don't. That's maturity.
If you change your mind, did you change your life? Mind Right Radio. Inspiration and motivation 25/8. That's all the time. More than humanly possible. Elevation on another level.
Full responsibility, y'all. Take full responsibility for your life. And then one thing I want to say, because that's so when I'm saying, doing nothing is hard. Being successful is hard. Pick it. Right? Take full responsibility. Here's the thing though, right? Some people are okay with the way their life is. And that's fine. Right? Some people do not want to maximize their full potential, and that's fine. Right? So we're not, don't judge no one. I don't judge anybody. I don't look at, anybody and say, man, yo, you could be going harder. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when you have the realization of what it takes to maintain a level of success and sanity, peace. You know what I'm saying? Let me just call it that. When you understand what it takes to maintain a level of peace in your life, because that's all people are looking for, right? People are people are my fault. I didn't pause that. People are looking for peace. They think it's success, right? They think, oh, let me chase this success. Let me get these things. Let me get this validation. Because something tells them that once they get to this level of success or whatever, they'll be happy when all they're looking for is really like peace. And so that's why, I use a certain level of, I choose what my life is going to look like. You know what I'm saying? I choose how my life is going to look like. And when I make that choice, I'm comfortable with that choice that I make, right? I'm comfortable with how my life is, who I enjoy, how I enjoy them. I'm comfortable with that. And so for those of us who choose to max out, for those of us who choose to live our best lives, let's stop feeling sorry for those who don't choose, right? Let's stop being remorseful. Let's stop, getting to a space where we're scared to enjoy our life. We're scared to be greatness on display, right? We're scared to offend people, right? Sorry, not sorry. You gotta choose difficulty, right? If you are doing nothing and being nothing, then you have chosen to be nothing, and that's your choice. But if somebody else is choosing to live their best life, they're choosing to sacrifice, they're choosing to leave it all on the table and max out, then they're choosing to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Sorry, not sorry.
You are now listening to MindRightRadio.com.
Sorry, not sorry.
The only place to get inspiration.
Sorry, not sorry.
All day, every day.
As Henry David Thoreau said, never look back unless you're planning to go that way. And that's how people get trapped. There's something inevitable about the way that the human mind works. It's going to try to draw you backwards. It's going to try to get you to focus on the bad things that have happened. It wants you to see your mistakes. It wants you to wallow in your mistakes. And I'll give it that maybe it has the best of intentions. Maybe its hope is that I don't repeat those mistakes. Maybe what it wants to ensure is that I do better in the future. But the problem is, your energy goes where your attention is. And if your attention is the past, that's where you're going to live. That's where you're going to spend your time. And you're never going to be able to plan for the future. The future doesn't happen. The future has to be built. It has to be created. And if you're not taking the time to map out that creation, then it's going to happen by accident. And you're never going to get the things that you want. You're never going to become the person that you're capable of becoming. But to become that push, then you have to push yourself. You've got to make huge demands of yourself. And to do that, to have the energy to see that through, you've got to know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And as William Faulkner said, don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or your predecessors. Try to be better than yourself.
Try to be better than yourself.
How can you do that if all you're doing is looking in the past? You've got to have an eye to the future. You've got to know who you are today. You've got to have the self-awareness, the presence, to look at yourself honestly, to accept what it is about yourself that is weak, that is inadequate, but without punishing yourself, without spending that time beating yourself up in the past, living there in the pain of what you got wrong, living there in the pain of all the things that have happened to you that were outside of your control that you didn't want. If you want to build something new, don't spend any of your energy trying to tear down the old. Instead, spend all of your time trying to build the new. And that becomes the thing. It becomes the race against yourself. It becomes the race to see if you can make yourself better. You have a vision of who you can become, and you're constantly racing against that person. You're trying to become better than that person. You're trying to outperform your own expectations. And when you can do that, when you can set a bar that is ridiculously high and then become somebody capable of surpassing that, then, and only then, will you become the person you are meant to be. So put all your time and energy into building you. As Epictetus said, he is a wise man who does not grieve for things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. And that's gratitude, isn't it?
Gratitude,
it's a
y'all.
very base decision that we all have to make.
Gratitude.
Are you grateful for the things that you have in your life, or are you always wanting more? And trust me, I get it. I understand people that strive for more. I understand people that want something bigger and better. But at the same time, if you allow yourself to only think about what you don't have, to only be striving for something more, that obsession will begin to overtake you. It will begin to corrode you. But ultimately, it's a choice. Ultimately, at any time, right now, in this moment,
Hey,
you
yo,
can
Quell, it's
stop
up right now.
and think about what you have. You can put your attention on the things that you're grateful for and watch what it does. Watch what it does in that instance, the way that it changes you, the way that it changes your chemistry, your feelings in a moment can shift from negative and dark to beautiful, with nothing else changing around you, nothing but you deciding that you're going to focus on the things you're grateful for. Nothing but deciding that there are things in your life to be grateful for. And that is a decision. No matter what is happening in your life at any moment, right now, in the depths of a depression, in something going on terribly in your life, you can choose right now to think about the things you're grateful for. The breeze, a smile from somebody kind, a stranger who holds open a door for you, anything. But it's a choice. And as Einstein said, there are only two ways to live your life.
Only two ways.
One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. And what choice are you making? What are you choosing to focus on right now? Do you let gratitude fill you up or not? And here's the critical part, and I want you to listen to this really well. Whatever you decide, whether you decide we live in a world of miracles or whether you decide we live in a world devoid of miracles, you are choosing one thing to the exclusion of the other. And when you focus on something that you're grateful for, when you look at those little moments in your life and choose to see them as grand miracles, even when it is only a gentle hand on your shoulder, even when it's only a kiss from somebody who you kissed 1,000 times before, even when it is only holding the hand of somebody who needed your hand held, even when it's something that simple, it really is a miracle, that it really is something that can fill you. It really is something that will change your chemistry, bring a connection between two people, allow you to see a grander vista, or even just open a window and look out at the world and realize that you're alive, that this is all a miracle, that none of this is guaranteed, that every breath you take could be your last. And in that, you can choose to cherish what you have. In that, you can decide to focus on that you have a breath to take. And even when it's something that simple, when you train your mind to do that, when you train yourself to decide to see the beauty in that, and nobody can ever take it away from you.
Never can take it away from that.
No matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life, you'll be able to rise up and feel the beauty that is being alive. So take a minute at the worst times in your life and focus on the things that you're grateful for.
Focus on the things that you're grateful for. I want y'all to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to understand that everything is a miracle. I think having that mindset sets us up, right? Sets us up to win. In life, you can't win in life if you feel entitled. You can't win in life when you're complaining. You can't win in life when you're angry. You can't win in life when you're stressed. You win in life when you're grateful, when you are grateful for everything, right? The reason why you complain, the reason why you hate, the reason why you take things for granted is because you believe that something's owed to you. You believe that you're supposed to be in a certain space. And because you believe that, right? Because you have this expectation, this untrue expectation, this expectation of increase, this expectation of life, this expectation that that this is just what it is. You don't look at life in reverence. You don't revere it. You don't wake up in the morning, take a deep breath, and just realize how much of a miracle that is. Right? That's a blessing. To be able to do that is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And so I need you to be a little more grateful. I need you to look at life as a miracle. Everything is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? You watching this right now is a miracle. You hearing the sound of my voice is a miracle. And when you look at, right, you are a miracle waiting to happen. And so when you hear that you are a miracle, when you know that you're a miracle, when you know that everything is a miracle, you have a different gratitude for life. You have a different gratitude for life. You look at life differently. And when you are grateful for everything, that's how you win. Last but not least, let's go. Gratitude, y'all.
The illustrations given in the last chapter will have conveyed to the reader the fact that the first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. This is true, and you will see that in order to do so, it becomes necessary to relate yourself to the formless intelligence in a harmonious way. To secure this harmonious relation is a matter of such primary and vital importance that I shall give some space to its discussion here and give you instructions which, if you will follow them, will be certain to bring you into perfect unity of mind with God. The whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Second, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And third, you relate yourself to it by a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him by failing to make acknowledgement. It is easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive. And it is easy also to understand that the soul that is always grateful lives in closer touch with God than the one which never looks to Him in thankful acknowledgement. The more gratefully we fix our minds on the Supreme when good things come to us, the more good things we will receive, and the more rapidly they will come. And the reason simply is that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. If it is a new thought to you that gratitude brings your whole mind into closer harmony with the creative energies of the universe, consider it well, and you will see that it is true. The good things you already have come to you along the line of obedience to certain laws. Gratitude will lead your mind out along the ways by which things come, and it will keep you in close harmony with creative thought, prevent you from falling into competitive thought. Gratitude alone can keep you looking toward the all and prevent you from falling into the error of thinking of the supply as limited, and to do that would be fatal to your hopes. There is a law of gratitude, and it is absolutely necessary that you should observe the law if you are to get the results you seek. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the Supreme is a liberation or expenditure of force. It cannot fail to reach that to which it addressed, and the reaction is an instantaneous movement towards you. Draw nigh unto God, and He will draw nigh unto you. That is a statement of psychological truth. And if your gratitude is strong and constant, the reaction in formless substance will be strong and continuous. The movement of the things you want will be always toward you.
Notice the grateful attitude that Jesus took, how he always seems to be saying, I thank thee, Father, that thou hearest me. You cannot exercise much power without gratitude, for it is gratitude that keeps you connected with power. But the value of gratitude does not consist solely in getting you more blessings in the future. Without gratitude, you cannot long keep from dissatisfied thought regarding things as they are. The moment you permit your mind to dwell with dissatisfaction upon things as they are, you begin to lose ground. You fix attention upon the common, the ordinary, the poor, and the squalid and mean. And your mind takes the form of these things. Then you will transmit these forms or mental images to the formless, and the common, the poor, the squalid, and mean will come to you. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferior is to become inferior, and to surround yourself with inferior things. On the other hand, to fix your attention on the best is to surround yourself with the best, and to become the best. The creative power within us makes us into the image of that to which we give our attention.
The image of which you give
We
your
are
attention.
thinking substance, and thinking substance always takes the form of that which it thinks about. The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best. It takes the form or character of the best. It will receive the best. Also, faith is born of gratitude. The grateful mind continually expects good things, and expectation becomes faith. The reaction of gratitude upon one's own mind produces faith, and every outgoing wave of grateful thanksgiving increases faith. He who has no feeling of gratitude cannot long retain a living faith. And without a living faith, you cannot get rich by the creative method. It is necessary then to cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you, and to give thanks continuously. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things in your gratitude.
All things in your gratitude.
Do not waste time thinking or talking about the shortcomings or wrong actions of plutocrats or trust magnates. Their organization of the world has made your opportunity. All you get really comes to you because of them. Do not rage against corrupt politicians. If it were not for politicians, we should fall into anarchy, and your opportunity would be greatly lessened. God has worked a long time and very patiently to bring us up to where we are in industry and government, and He is going right on with His work. There is not the least doubt that He will do away with plutocrats, trust magnates, captains of industry, and politicians as soon as they can be spared. But in the meantime, behold, they are all very good. Remember that they are all helping to arrange the lines of transmission along which your riches will come to you, and be grateful to them all. This will bring you into harmonious relations with the good in everything, and the good in everything will move toward you.
All right, y'all. Couple of housekeeping things. All right, so fast shout out to my guy Quell, who keeping me honest. The energy track is on Mind Right Radio VIP. That is under Les Brown. So that's Les Brown featuring Eric Thomas. So energy is up there. Tom Billu, Sorry Not Sorry is up there. This who we just played was Wallace D. Waddles. It's called The Attitude of Gratitude from The Science of Getting Rich. So that's all up there. There's a couple of, since I have it up, there is a couple of tracks that I just haven't uploaded yet, but I'll make sure I'll add that to my list to update it. That's number one. Number two, if definitely check out this week's episode of Inside the Vault. I promise you, this is probably going to be one of the best interviews you ever watch. Fast shout to Ronnie and Lamar Tyler, power couple who've been doing great things for years. They are the mentors. You know what I'm saying? So tap into them. I want to say every time I talk to Lamar, I get inspired. Every time I talk to Lamar, My vision expands. Every time I talk to Lamar, I get, I make money. I'll be honest with you. You like the people who, when you talk to them, they give you a play to make money. Those are the people you be around. To be 100% honest, I don't like to talk, but when the money makers call me, I'm picking up the phone. I don't like being on the phone. I hate being on the phone. But when the money makers call, I'll be like, all right, talk to me. There's certain people, like, I make sure I pick up their call because I'm like, all right, they about to drop me some bars. Lamar Tyler. I'm gonna tell you, Lamar Tyler. This is not all of them, but Lamar Tyler, he called me. I'm picking up the phone. JG, Julian Gordon. Every time we do something together, every time we talk, we make money. Impact too, but money as well. Yo, it's so crazy. I ain't gonna put that out. I was gonna put something out there, but I ain't gonna put that out there. No, I'll put that out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Yo, it's literally, that's how you know we impact guys. Yo, we literally, Julian Gordon and I, we literally have an account that have 5 figures in it that we haven't even touched yet, based on an event we did together, got paid for the event, and we haven't even been like, yo, let's distribute, because we so focused on impact. I was like, yo, bro, like, we ain't even, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even get to that, like, we go, you know what I'm saying? Nobody said it though. Nobody's like, yo, you know what I mean? So Lamar Tyler, Julian Gordon, Neo, my guy Storm, there's others, but I'm just saying, like, when you can connect with those people that you know what I'm saying, that bless your life just by talking to them, connect with those people. In that vein, there's a lot of y'all on here. I don't know. I mean, I'm cool. But if you did not join my 6-figure author blueprint program yet, you're missing out. My 6-figure author blueprint, literally, I'm making a commitment. So just so y'all can hear me say it, and I said this on my video, but maybe y'all didn't watch the video. But my commitment is, you join the program. If you do not make your investment back plus more in 12 months, I will give you your investment back. The only caveat to that is that you have to listen to everything I say, right? You have to listen to everything I say. You can't, like, join my program and remix my program. Like, you have to do it the way I say it, right? Fat shout to Gerber. So we got a couple of guys that are dropping books this week. Fat shout to Gerber. Fat shout to Orlando. Fat shout to Miranda Wynn. They're all dropping books this week. Gerber joined the program, so we about to get busy. You actually just gonna watch. And Gerber, I'm gonna put you on Front Street. You're gonna watch her brand just change, because I need to clean up your brand a little bit, right? I need to make your brand more intentional. You know what I'm saying? And so I promise you. So watch this. Go watch Gerber, right? Go watch Gerber, and then watch how her content changes. Watch how her messages changes. Watch how, you know what I'm saying, things start to change, because the commitment, right? The commitment is 12 months. And we're gonna blow it out exponentially. So if you haven't joined yet, hit the link in my bio. Orlando, we got you, bro. This week, we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So Orlando's dropping. God is the Plug drops this week. Avoid the Fade drops this week. Faith in the Valley drops this week. I'm being more intentional. I'm being more intentional about help, because I was going to say something, but I want to be careful with my words, because I want to be careful with my words and what I'm feeling. But my goal is to be more intentional. My goal is to use my platform to bless others. That's why, when you look at what Storm and I are doing together, it's next level, because it's time to this is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said to y'all earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a miracle for me to be in this position. Do you understand? And this is just me just saying this, because maybe people don't understand this, but do you understand that when I grew up, everybody told me I wasn't going to amount to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the rhetoric. The rhetoric was that I was no good. I kept getting kicked out of school. Like nobody, like I could do no good. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the rhetoric. That was the rhetoric coming up. And this is a blessing that at this moment right now, I cannot go anywhere without at least one person recognizing me and thanking me for my impact. I can't go anywhere in the public without at least one person saying, yo, aren't you? And then thanking me, though, not like starstruck, but thanking me for my impact. Saying, yo, thank you for all that you do. Right? I just got in my drink. All right, so I want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank you for those who have allowed me to be impactful, who continue to allow me to be impactful. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And that's all because when you focus on impact, the income will come. All right, y'all, that's my time. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. The Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow in God's will. Same time, same place. Peace.
I'm talking about wet.
Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash